Okay, a couple more questions and answers. I just got back from taking a walk around the lake. I love it here. But I do love it here. So, what are you most excited for during this new fresh start on authortube? Actually, it's not just authortube. I'm working with a young lady that is helping me totally rebrand every book I have ever written. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. So being most excited about the fresh start, being able to look at all my books as if they're brand new. That's been exciting for me. I didn't do an unboxing, but isn't this cute? I bought the tablet to take with me when I go to the Philippines because I thought, I don't want to take I've heard horror stories about coming back through the customs. And if they get this and they keep it for any reason, it does not have all of my work on it like my iPad does. It does have a Google number, and it has, I think I loaded Messenger on it. But isn't it cute? Ta-da! Good morning. So good to be back. Joe hides underneath the turquoise towel when it's cold in the morning, and Cleo hides under the light turquoise. That's their cuddle blankets. You can always tell when the dogs are starting to get, sleepy or whatever. Kids will go get their blankie and then, walk around the house with it. Joe, my little Pomeranian, he will start nosing underneath the blanket until either he gets situated or I go help him. Cleo, she'll lay on the blanket and she'll dig at the blanket, but she doesn't have any telltale signs on I went under the blanket until she's like curled up in a ball going So I have more YouTube author questions, but I thought I would touch on nostalgia this morning. When I first started my first event, I had no idea what to wear, what was expected of me. And I had a really good friend, and her mother told me, she goes, now you should go. She goes, get yourself a nice suit. Now, how many of us are actually going to go get a suit in this day and age? But you got to understand, 20 years ago, it was a different era. So I went to Goodwill. I picked up a gray suit for $6.11. I wore that suit to every event coming and going. And then I went and I got a couple of different blouses. I got a blouse with French cuffs. I think it was 75 cents. I know this is back in the day. I think they're $2.50 now at Goodwill. No, that was at the Salvation Army. And while Goodwill and Salvation Army may not be, places you want to shop now because of who they support and who they don't support. Back in the day, you could get a really good deal on clothes that still had a lot of life in them. And then I got a really bright red, classic red. And I got some nail polish to go with it. I think I got that. I know I didn't pay more than $1 for it at Walmart. But that was my go-to uniform per se for riding. Nowadays, I have a bowler hat. I have a steampunk jacket. I dress in black. I have black boots. Sometimes it bothers me. Sometimes it don't. Most of the time it don't. I have like 10 black shirts. They're all the same. I have 10 pairs of leggings. They're all black. So whether you see me on Monday or you see me on Friday, and it looks like I have the same clothes on, I do not. But I do have a outfit that is worn especially for events. This keeps everything simple. I can do a 1-week event and everything fits in my computer backpack. I mean, my computer just slides in. I roll up my leggings. I roll up my clothes. They all fit in there, and I'm good to go. Where other people, you will see large suitcases. I'm more of a minimalist when it comes to actually traveling. I have traveled so often and for so long as my daily life that I have really pared down. I've cut any extra out. So decide what you want your fans to associate with you. Like, for example, I was getting ready to listen to Carol Shaughnessy and Sherilyn Kenyon, Amanda Aggie? I think that's her name. Anyway, they were on a panel. I was getting ready to listen to it. And a woman came up and she goes, I knew that was you as soon as I saw the back of your head. All right, number one, I'm not really gray. I'm not really dark anymore. My hair used to be really, really dark. Did that give it away? Or was it the bowler hat and my jacket? But when your fans can look in a crowd and pick you out, of course, if a hitman's following you, they're going to be able to pick you out quick too. We won't go there. See, that's me as a writer. I'm going to go there. But your fans will be able to pick you out. They won't be wondering whether or not you're there. When they walk into the room, they'll be able to go, oh, there she is. Oh, there he is. Look, he's got the Hawaiian shirt on. Looks like he's getting ready to go, take a trip down whatever street you walk down in the Keys, straw, fedora. Yeah. See? If you're writing a mystery set in Key Largo, then, you want to dress the part. Especially if, you're writing a PI, that PI is going to be, fitting in with the crowd. I don't always fit in, but that's okay. I enjoy it. Okay, so more questions about the author life. Well, Did I answer that one? Let's see. What made me want to be a writer? When did you know you wanted to be a writer? I don't know that I really knew that I wanted to be a writer until I was actually writing. So there's that. And the moment you try to quit and not do it anymore, and the stories aren't done using you as a voice, it's rather hard to quit. Where do you get your ideas? Yeah, I feel like I've answered these. I almost feel like I'm on repeat. I know I've answered these. Okay. What's something I'll never write? I'm going to say horror. I don't ever want to write horror. I don't want it in my own life. I don't want to read about it. I don't even watch news because I don't want anything like that. My publishing path. Let's see. Well, the first time around, I did a lot of soft launches, meaning I didn't really do a whole lot of hoopla. You wouldn't have even known that I had launched a book if you had not been following me. Those are called really soft launches. I did not do pre-orders. The one pre-order I did try to do, Amazon released it early. I did not request it to be released early. Thank goodness I had the right file up. They released it 2 days early. I know it was a glitch, but had I not had the proper file already loaded, that could have been so disastrous. So, am I going to do pre-orders as I relaunch my books this year? I don't know. I think that's going to be up to my PR person. If she thinks that this is a good idea, I'm going to make sure that when it's loaded, it has the proper everything up. There's not going to be any demos or blank pages. Like on my website right now, I have it so that, it says coming soon. Those are all dummy files. There won't be any dummy files on Amazon because I can't trust them not to have a glitch and roll it out early, or have a glitch and cancel it all. I don't understand how they can operate like that. I know they do, but I don't understand how they can do it. So when I upload and I offer something pre-order, it is going to be ready to fly right at that moment. Is your path going to be self-published, traditional published, hybrid? Haven't decided. You just writing for fun. Number one, I'm writing for fun. Then I shift gears and I write for you. First draft, I write for myself. Second draft, I write for you, the reader. And that's going to be self-published. Traditional, I would write my book this year, 2025, and it might not be published until 2027. Do you want to wait that long? I didn't think so. Especially, yeah, no. My biggest writing struggle. Once I sit down to write, I don't really struggle. But until I sit down and write in the morning, it's like, yeah, I got to make coffee. I got to take the dogs out. I bring the dogs in, then they want to go back out. There's squirrels out there. There's cats out there. They have 2 cats in here they like to chase. See where I'm going? Sidetrack, sidetrack, sidetrack. It might be part of my ADHD. Could be. When I look for a channel to subscribe to or to follow, I'm looking at entertainment. I am looking at what I might learn. I don't know, quirky. Sometimes I just follow them for quirkiness. There are several that I follow just because they're quirky. I think that's all I have for the authortube questions. Most of them are repetitive, and I didn't mean to do that for you. You already watched it, you know? It was boring the second time around. So, catch up with you later this week. Bye.